Hello and welcome back to Cinders. Let us continue. My, this place is as tidy as ever. Tobias really keeps the store in shape. Speaking of Tobias... Cinders! I didn't expect to see you again so soon. This is a pleasant surprise. Well, I'm kind of lucky in that respect. Kamosa suddenly decided to leave for a few days. Ah, it must feel great to have some freedom. It does. I wish it wasn't for such a short amount of time, but I'll enjoy what I have. Although I confess, I'm envious of you, Tobias. You get to make your own decisions all the time. Well, I can't exactly say that. After all, my parents passed away when I was young, so this store was my only option. Right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. It's fine. In the end, we just see the good portions of other people's lives without the hardship. We pick and choose what we want. People look happy, but they might be struggling inside. That's true. It seems as though you've thought about this a lot. Maybe a little. Despite all the struggles, I'm happy with where I am in life, though. I wish you could find a path to live the life you want as well. Although, knowing you, wishes won't be necessary. You're a bright girl, so it's only a matter of time. Thank you. But I assume you aren't here to listen to my life lessons. So, what brings you here? I'm just going to be friendly. I was just in town and I wanted to pay you a visit. Maybe even listen to your words of wisdom. Really? Why not? Whenever we speak, you have something thoughtful to say. Thoughtful? You sure it's not something more like pompous and self-inflated? Well, maybe a little bit of that too. But you're still a good friend, and I can always count on you for advice. Well, you're welcome to it. For what it's worth, I'm just happy we can still see each other. We're not children anymore, so it's harder these days. In some ways, we had more freedom back then. We definitely did, especially when it came to seeing each other. That and getting away with pranks like hiding a dead rat in your nanny's shoe. Oh goodness, you remember that. How could I forget? The look on her face when she found it will always stay with me. I feel so guilty about it, but I still can't help laugh when I picture it. Same here. Poor nanny. She was such a dear. Oh, we got into so much trouble, but I still enjoyed myself. As did I. Well, I need to get going now. Gloria will have a fit if I don't return early. She's taking her role as house guardian very seriously. I can imagine. Your sister has always been serious about everything. Gloria is not my sister. She's Kamosa's daughter. I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you. Anyway, I really need to get going now. Before you do, I wanted to ask you something myself. Yes? What is it? I've really enjoyed seeing you again. I missed our time together as children. But more than that, I missed our time together now as adults. You've changed into such an intelligent and beautiful woman. I was wondering if you'd like to dine with me tonight. I'd love to have more time to talk with you. Wait, are you asking me out? Yes, I am. What would you say? We might not have this opportunity after Kamosa returns. Nah, screw it. Let's have dinner with him. I'd love to. Gloria might be angry if I return late, but I hardly care about that. Wonderful! So it's a date then. Wait for me at the town square at dusk? I'll join you once I close up the shop. I'll be there. Take care, Tobias. I'll see you later, Cinders. It was nice seeing Tobias again, especially so soon. Every time I visit him, it seems he has some kind words and insight. He's such a good friend to me. Or maybe something more than that. Looks like we actually have a date set. It's strange, but I'm a little bit nervous, even though I've known him for so long. He was always just a childhood friend to me, but now that I look at him, he's a smart and handsome man. Come to think of it, I don't know if there's ever been a woman in his life. I never even got the chance to talk to him about anything in his personal life. I suppose tonight will fix that. It's getting late, but I think I have time to visit one more place. I could stop by the inn or go to the lake and see what that weird dream was about. Let's go to the lake, though unfortunately we don't really have a present. So I don't know how well this is going to turn out. The lake is as beautiful as I remember it. Though I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed. I guess I was really hoping that someone would be waiting here for me. Well, the voice in the dream asked me to bring a gift, and that's what my father would do too. I'll leave a gift. Let's be honest, I came here because of that dream. I might as well leave a gift like I intended to. I think I'll gather some wildflowers and wrap them in my shawl. A beautiful bouquet should be a nice gift. I'll just place it here, by this tree. Nothing's happening. Well, I don't suppose I was expecting anything anyway. It must have been just a dream. In the end, real life is more exciting than dreams and fairy tales. For instance, this place is so tranquil and beautiful. Even if it's not magical, I feel so at peace. I just want to lie down in the grass, close my eyes, and let my problems drift away. Actually, that sounds like such a good idea right now. This is my day to do what I please with. If I want to take a nap, I will. Looks like a good spot. I'll just lie down here. That's strange. Everything's so quiet. The wind is picking up so suddenly. Cinders. Did the wind just call my name? Who's there? No one's there. I suppose it was just the wind playing tricks on me. Ugh, creepy. We are not the wind. Then who are you? Who am I speaking with? You are speaking with us, naturally. But I don't see anyone. How can you not see us when we are everywhere around you? I don't understand. How do you even know my name? We know you because you left gifts for us, just as your mother and father did before you. Surely you know us. You wouldn't leave gifts if you didn't know who they were for. So, you're fairies? Am I dreaming? Right now you tread the delicate line between sleep and wakefulness. Soon you will be fully asleep. Makes sense, I guess. Well, what do you want from me? We have no desire for anything from you. You're the one who seeks our aid, do you not? I suppose so. Do I get a wish or something? If it's the right wish, then yes. Then I wish for... The time is not yet right, Cinders. Do not worry. When the moment comes, you will know, and the lake owes you a favor. I'm not sure I understand. I get a wish, but only when you say it's okay? That's a bit convoluted. It would if you were awake, but here in between wakefulness and dreams, it is as it should be. You are leaving now, but we will meet again. Wait, I'm leaving? Where? What do you mean? Goodness, I must have dozed off. No wonder, the atmosphere is so relaxing, it's hard not to sleep. Does this mean the voice of the fairies was just a dream? Well, even the fairies themselves admitted that I was dreaming. Can a dream know if it's just a dream? But it felt real enough, and the gifts I've left disappeared. It didn't feel exactly like a dream. There was something very tangible about it in a strange way. I should probably be more scared than I am, but I feel wonderful. Maybe I should ask Madame Guide about this when I get the chance. She seems knowledgeable about things like this. She is a witch after all. I have to go now though. The sun is already setting. It seems I slept for a long time. I need to hurry too. I have a date after all. I wonder if this is the right choice. Gloria will be furious without a doubt. And it might turn out really poorly. What if I ruin a good friendship with this? Well, it's too late to think about that now. I'd better get going. Back to town. If a week ago someone told me I'd be sitting in a town square waiting for a man, I never would have believed it. Well, a week ago someone... Well, if a week ago someone told me I would consider Tobias a man. The same man that tried to bet everyone he'd eat an earthworm and considered sneaking up and pulling in other children's pants down a lot of fun. Yet here I am, waiting for him. He ought to be here by now. He really should hurry up before I change my mind. Hello again, Cinders. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. You should be, and I should storm out of here sulking. Why did I wait, I wonder? Because you want to spend the evening with a brilliant young man who offers an interesting, sparkling conversation? Oh, so you brought someone with you? Okay, maybe I deserve that, but please don't be mad. I have a very good excuse for being late. There was this fat man in my store. He had a big, curved-up mustache, and he was really huge. And he got stuck in your doorway, preventing you from going out, so you tried to pull him out. You huffed and puffed, but he still stood there? I'm serious! There was an enormously large customer in my shop. He was picking chocolates and candy. He wandered around asking for this and that, unable to make any decision. He sampled every single edible thing I had for sale, and even then it took him what seemed like hours to make up his mind and choose the kind he wanted. I had to give him a discount, as fat as he was, to finally get rid of him and be able to come here. Oh, how chivalrous of you to put me before your own profit. Always, milady. So, how about that sparkling conversation you offered? What topic shall we begin with? Oh, I'm not as good an interlocutor when I'm hungry. I don't know about you, but I'm starving right now. What would you say about a trip to the inn? I know the place is a bit shady, but I know the owner, and we could be sure to find a free table. Your waist is so slim, I half expect you not to eat at all and live solely on air and sunshine, but you simply have to try their ribs. So how about it? Sounds good. I'm glad to hear that. After you. Come on, let's find ourselves a nice table. Ooh, how about that one by the mantelpiece? I'm dreadfully sorry about all this yawning. Right. It looks perfect. Tobias, are you alright? You seem a bit pale. Oh, I apologise, Cinders. I'm just really hungry. Believe it or not, a busy day at the store can sometimes be as wearisome as chopping wood. Guess you could say that, or carrying water from the well, or working stone at a quarry. I wouldn't know about the quarry, but water and wood seem all too familiar to me. Of course, I'm sure they would be. How silly of me to complain to you about hard work. I apologise. Stop apologising and order something before you faint, and force me to add carrying you back to your house to my list of chores. I shall never be caught denying the request of a lady. Now let's get that meal. Where are my manners? You're my guest, so it's only proper if you order first. You're too kind, sir. Believe me, I'm not used to this kind of treatment, but I think I'm beginning to like it. As for the meal, I'll get what you're having. No time to lose, we want to save you from certain death. You really shouldn't be eating this supper this late, you realise. It's neither healthy nor polite. Oh, I see. This is about my not-so-chivalrous lack of punctuality. A knight really shouldn't keep his princess waiting, or he may end up feeling hungrier than the dragon. And find himself eating princess instead of marrying her? Oh my, that did not come out right. Just in time, the drinks are here. Please excuse me while I drown myself and die of disgrace. Tobias, you really need to relax a bit. You seem to be even more nervous than I am. Besides, I have more reason to feel uneasy right now. Not only should I be home already, soundly sleeping in my bed like any decent lady should be at this hour, or helping the servants with their evening routine, as I should be according to Camosa, I also shouldn't be, oh, I don't know, playing a princess, I guess. If you're referring to us going for a date, because I'm not really sure I'm still following this fairy tale metaphor thing we've got going on, maybe we could start speaking more plainly from now on. Yes, Tobias, I'd like that. Even fairy tales shouldn't be too convoluted. It's okay if you feel awkward. I mean, not in a bad way, we're not doing anything bad. I think I know what you're trying to say. It does feel strange to go out like this. I mean, we've known each other since childhood. Exactly, it's like one moment we're children playing guards and bandits, and friends and fortresses, or dens and doctors. I don't think I remember that one. And now suddenly we're adults playing who knows what. You're right, of course, but isn't this the point of being all grown up? Being able to play games without telling anyone you to play them safely? Yeah. I guess we're not children anymore, and we can't do this the same way that we used to. Being nervous is only a sign that we're aware of what may happen, what may already happening. Children are carefree due to ignorance that we can no longer afford. A very keen observation, Cinders. I think you've managed to grasp exactly what's going on right now. Which isn't really surprising, since you is the one who has arranged this situation. I may not be as observant as you, but clearly not as good with words, but... What I want to say is that I think... Oh, I don't know... Oh, come on, now you have to tell me. What is it? Alright, I got the impression that you've been flirting with me for the last few days. Okay, I never clicked the flirt button. Now, I may be just a humble merchant, but reading people comes with the trade. And you certainly weren't this nice before. Not this kind of nice, anyway. Tobias, I'm sorry I gave you the wrong impression, but I was just being nice and friendly. You really shouldn't read too much into it. Oh, I see. Don't get me wrong, I'm really glad we're here tonight. Having a good meal and good company is not something I experience very often. But I didn't really plan this to happen, if you know what I mean. Well then, if that's how you see it, then I have to accept it. It sure looked different to me, but I guess it's not really my place to decide. I hope you're not disappointed. It would be a shame to let this spoil the evening. And who knows, maybe I'll end up flirting with you yet. Somehow I'm not really sure if that was really an answer to my question. Saved by the plates! Ah, thankfully our meals are here and we can stuff our faces silly. Let's eat. Oh, it sure looks good. Actually, I'm surprised. The inn doesn't seem like a place that would serve meals like this. Oh yes, their chef is excellent. They even have a chef? Sure they do. This may be just a local inn, but the food here is quite well known. According to some, the old king himself liked to dine here from time to time. This must surely have been a rumour spread by their cook. Chef, Cinders, and no, quite the contrary, he denies it. But it only makes the people more suspicious. Besides, those who remember the old king have little trouble believing the story. He truly was a great monarch, royal splendour and honour embodied. Just and strong, but also kind and caring for the people. He was a ruler, but not a distant one, and people still miss him. Coming here and eating the food he allegedly favoured gives them comfort. And what kind of food was that exactly? Why, the royal cucumber soup, of course! You cannot be serious. Cross my heart. But you must realise how ridiculous it sounds. Like I said, underneath the old king was a humble man. You are obviously pulling my leg. I am shocked and appalled by such baseless accusations. You're impossible, Tobias. Still, the meal is delicious. I wish I could come here more often. Oh man, this is getting annoying. You can't afford that many comforts living with Camosa, can you? Would you believe me if I said that only now I'm beginning to understand your situation? How it changed after your father had died. We may be childhood friends, but I don't really know you that well, Cinders. Actually, I think there are some farmers, traders whom I know better than you. There is really nothing special to tell. My life isn't that interesting, and for the most part it's completely uneventful. Besides, we both know how my situation looks these days. I prefer not to dwell too much on this topic, if that's fine with you. Of course, I didn't mean to spoil your mood. I know. You know what would make a really nice subject for a conversation? Yes? You! I bet that Tobias the merchant has some really interesting stories to tell. Somehow I doubt that, but alright, what do you want to hear about? I remember how you used to fantasize about being all grown up. I remember you wanted to be a fairy, if I'm not mistaken. And you, a general of the king's army. But I don't want to reminisce. I'm interested in your dreams now. Dreams, eh? Well, there are all sorts of dreams, you know. There are those which you carry for a lifetime, and those that vanish after 1 week. The latter type includes, oh, please may the sugar trader come on time this month. But I'm guessing you're asking about the other kind, are you not? As much as I respect all the people who find the sugar market fascinating, I prefer to hear about your plans for a happy life instead. A happy life. Now that's a nice topic. And a really simple question. You know I had grown up a bit faster than the rest of the children, leaving those childhood fantasies behind me. But I don't regret it. My adult dreams are simple enough. I'd like my business to be successful, but I'd like to find a good wife, have children, eventually retire. Calm, happy and secure life. That's my idea of happiness. Without any regrets about not becoming a Royal General? Not at all. So it's just riches and love. Yes, just riches and love. It may not seem like much or seem boring to you, but reaching such a goal still requires lots of hard work. I may never ride a white horse leading a host of men into battle, but it doesn't mean I can't be happy. You know what? I am quite happy with the way things are, actually. I don't expect things to change dramatically, and I'm content with that. I have an honest trade for honest people, and that's who I want to be in my life. An honest man. Maybe you don't want things to change in a dramatic way, but according to what you're saying, one element of your plan is still missing. So which one would you choose if you had to? I'm sorry, Cinders, you've lost me there. Choose between what? Between love and riches. Don't you know the stories? Sometimes you can't have both. Oh, I do remember the stories, and I think I agree with how they usually teach one to value one over the other. Love. That is my choice. Money, or rather the sense of security and peace of mind that they give you, it is important. But no money in the world can give you the kind of love I'm talking about. Now as for being alone and rich, well, we can consult your stories on how that usually turns out. The love that I want, that I dream of, is enduring. It's both tender and strong. It can shield you from the world like the best armor, but will also give you the strength to go out and confront it, and will provide you with a place to get back to once all your battles are over. No money can buy you that. Well, Mr. Merchant, it seems you have been very good with words when you speak about the things you truly care about. Of course, or maybe just the things that I believe to be true. Maybe. I wouldn't know that. Apart from the stories I read, I don't have any real experience. Neither with riches nor love. Enough about me. Now I want to hear about your dream. I don't have anything interesting to tell you, I'm afraid. I just don't know yet. Surely there must be something you dream of. I guess. I made a habit of not wanting. Oh, that's really starting to irritate. I guess. I made a habit of not wanting things which are beyond my reach. And the way things are right now, everything seems to be falling into that bag. It doesn't matter if I dream about marrying happily and having lots of children, or becoming the queen of the next glorious and just king. It's all equally unrealistic. So I prefer not to wish for anything, not to spend too much time dreaming. You shouldn't worry too much. Oh, you shouldn't worry too much about it. I'm sure a young woman with your wits and imagination will find her path in life without trouble. I know you well enough to be aware of how strong and determined you can be. You'll find your goals and will achieve them. Thank you, Tobias. It's exactly what I needed to hear. It's not often that I get support like that from anyone. I see you finished your meal. Oh yes, it was delicious. Thank you, Tobias. Would you like to go for a walk then? I can tell you're just as stuffed in here as I am, and there's nothing nicer than having a stroll after a decent meal. Besides, the town looks really picturesque in the evening. Have you ever had a chance to see it? Yes, it's very beautiful, I know, and strolls aren't very high on Kurosa's list of things I should be doing. It's decided then, let's go. Still, it's quite late. Are you sure it's safe to just walk around? Don't you worry. What could possibly happen? You're with me. Alright, Mr. Poet, let's go. And his wife said, if you can't lie properly, at least have the decency to pay the poor man. I had no idea that you can even order such things at your store. Well, it is a general store after all. That's enough. I'm glad you liked my stories. Usually I can't really share them with anyone. Salesman's ethics, you know. Well, I guess I should really thank you for sharing them with me then. And thanks for this evening. I had a great time. Thanks for accepting my invitation. I'm glad we could talk and pick up on loose ends. I really missed talking with you. I didn't even realise it. I feel like I've met this different person tonight, and I've learned quite a lot about her. You already knew me very well, Tobias. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't. At least, not like this. You can hardly compare the relationship we had as children to us talking now. Besides, that connection was weakened when your father died. Do you remember that? One day we were talking at least once a week, and the other you were the customer and I was the merchant. Those weren't the happiest times of my life. I could tell you were suffering, but I wasn't able to reach out to you. And after all that, it just stayed that way. We would only speak about groceries or about how much money Camusa was willing to spend. You're right, it all changed back then. It's nice to talk again. I forgot how much I need it. Tobias, do you think I've changed? Of course you did. You used to be a girl, and now there's this clever and beautiful woman standing in front of me. Oh? Tell me more about her. Would you say that she's also likable? Quite a lot, to be honest. Since we're being honest, I must say that you've grown up to be a very nice man. Now that is something this simple man is not used to. Flattery from a young woman. And the next season collection isn't even out yet. Actually, I'm the one who got a real bargain this time. Thanks for agreeing to go out with me. That's not exactly accurate. It was a pleasure for me as well, so it's hardly a bargain. More like a fair and successful transaction. True. So I guess you should be going back home now. It's really late and I'm sure you'd hate to make your sisters worried. Yeah, I should go. You're right. We've been talking for hours. Gloria must be out of her mind by now. Which means it's probably the last time you see me alive. As soon as I walk through the door, she'll murder me using the first thing that's heavy or sharp enough. Like a poisoned blade, I always think she's hiding out of all that hair. Actually, she looks more like a candlestick type of murderer to me. She really does, doesn't she? Though I'm afraid she wouldn't be brave enough to do it unless Camusa Kid specifically ordered her to. Maybe that's just for the best. We'll be ashamed to see you murdered with a piece of decor. You're so sweet. Or killed by a bear, for that matter. Would you like me to escort you through the dark forest on your way back home? I'm serious, Cinders. It can be dangerous at this hour. Now that's really nice of you, but I know the way well enough to easily evade the clutches of the big bad wolf. Alright, I won't argue with you. I really hope you'll have another chance to come by town soon. I'd love to see you again, you know. Yes, I'd like that. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. I really enjoyed our meeting, and I enjoyed it too. The meal was delicious. Yes, the meal was good. Remember to visit me again as soon as you can. I'll try, Tobias. I would really like to make a habit of trying to have a nice time for a change. And I'd love to help you with developing that habit in my company. Thank you. I hope you'll have a chance to begin soon. I hope so too. Take care. You too. Right, that seems like an excellent point at which to end this video. So I will say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.